Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 2023 full moon lunar eclipse reading for you. Now, I ask if the reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. The YouTube algorithm gods really pay attention to it, so thank you so much for helping me out in doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. There we go. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. The Nine of Wands. That makes sense. We feel kind of under attack. Now, know that this full moon is in Scorpio, right? And a lunar eclipse is like a whole bunch of full moons. It just amplifies the power of the full moon. So this full moon is amplified, amplified, amplified. And Scorpio is our sister sign. So it brings out the best in us, it brings out the worst in us. It really is going to bring up secrets, and especially around finances, because Taurus, we're kind of about the money. And so is Scorpio. I don't mean that in a negative way, like we're all materialistic, but material things, good quality things, they're important to us. They're also important to Scorpios. And this is going to be a time where we're seeing a lot of the things that have been giving us agita, have been making us overwhelmed, have been, you know, kind of like I have to be on the defensive. And we're going to be looking at, how do I let go? How do I let go and receive what I need for myself? And so that's going to be the main thing, because as we start to let go, there's going to be energy that's just like, no, 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 no. I want you to stay at a lower energy vibration. I want you to stay sick. I want you to stay sad. I want you to stay, down and out, instead of raising and raising and raising and raising. Because the big energy here leads to big money. It leads to big power. It leads to big, personal changes. And it also leads to big awakenings and spirituality that, lower energy vibrations doesn't want us to have at all. So be aware of that. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh, we have two. We have adventure and spiritual. Yeah. We're going to be on a spiritual adventure during this time. A sense of awakening, a sense of, discovering new ideas, new opportunities. With the spiritual, it's connecting with our spiritual self. For a lot of us Taurians, we've been fighting such battles, and we've been so battered and bruised emotionally, physically, spiritually, that to really sit in ourselves and embrace the blessings and to love ourselves and say, I love, the battles that I've been through, because love raises our energy vibration instead of lowering it. I hate this. I hate that. It's terrible. That makes everything so much harder. Say, I love the battles that I have been through, and I release them. I release them in love so that they can help others to grow and thrive and become like this one, like this one. We're going to put that one in front. Just the adventure. I really feel like we need a good adventure. We need a good kind of moving forward jumping point to embrace all the beautiful things. So let's see what Spirit has to say here, what the tarot is saying. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and Spirit guides. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. One more. Okay. Just know here, and I know this is going to be something where you're like, oh, Dane, come on. But things aren't always going to be just in work. As much as we want them to be just, as much as we want them to be like all smooth sailing, at work, it's not always going to be. If we say, I see that there are going to be injustices here, I see that everything isn't going to be fair, and we say, I move forward in love and I'm taking care of what I need right now for me. If it's a really toxic situation, if we can say I'm moving forward in love and I'm seeing how I can get myself the heck out of here, that's going to be really important for us. All right? We're balancing a lot and we're figuring out how to balance ourselves, how to awaken ourselves, how to move our energy while trying to handle things. We might have to put some things down right now. Right now, we might say, during the month of May, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm focusing on this. That's going to be important. This is also a time where, do we feel like we have the most patience? No, not really. So just be aware of that, Taurus. Okay, so let's get into this astrologically speaking. We're in 14 degrees of Scorpio, which is the sign of secrets and big wealth. Okay, a lunar eclipse again holds the power of multiple full moons. And this is a big lunar eclipse. And it's all about significant endings. We're looking at the battles that we have had, and we're like, you know what? No, I need an adventure. I need something new. I need to move things forward. That's why we're not really interested right now in like planting seeds and waiting for them to awaken and go forward. And we're also not really interested in everybody else coming to the table with us. We have a small wish here that wasn't granted. And there's a sense of, okay, if you couldn't come to the table with me, I see this with somebody else. If you couldn't come to the table with me, I'm moving forward by myself. And it's not a negative thing at all. It's actually very empowering. It's like, no, you showed me who you are. Thank you very much. Now I am a student of my passion and what I desire. Now, why this is a lunar eclipse of significant endings is because it is closest to the south lunar node, which brings big endings of old cycles. And we're really moving forward and shedding away what is no longer necessary for us. This is a terrific time of let go and shed the old you. Let go and be the person that you want to be. On Beltane, May 1st, okay, Pluto moved into retrograde, and it's a stationary retrograde. So we can really feel this a few days before, a few days after. So we're going to feel this on May 5th, right? And this is an energy, this plutonic energy comes forward that is so powerful. Again, Pluto rules Scorpio. And this energy brings an awakening of power, both internal and external. We're looking at external power and we're like, do I want to listen to you? Do I not want to listen to you? There's also somebody here who like bestows their prosperity onto others. It's like, oh, I'll help you. Oh, I'll help you. Or I won't help you. You're done with that. You're done with this person. You're like, you know what? No, I don't need you to gift me or not gift me. I'm moving forward for me. And internally, we're seeing our own power. We're really waking up to the fact that we've withstood many a battle and we're still going strong. It's like, wow, there's more to me than I realized. The nodal axis is in Taurus and it's in Scorpio. So for us, Taurus, with the sun being in Taurus, amplifying us, and with, the nodal axis being in Taurus, this is going to bring about big money. Okay. Taurus is about money and wealth. Scorpio is about big money, bigger investments. Taurus is about the everyday. Scorpio is about the bigger investments. So pay close attention to your money and the opportunities that are coming your way. This can bring a huge time of financial change. It could be for the better. It could be for the not. So just be aware of that because we're all going through our own personal cycles. And this is a general reading, so I want to give you all aspects. For much of May, Jupiter is squared Pluto. Okay? Scorpio, again, is ruled by Pluto. And this will extend the power of Pluto. So Jupiter extends the power of whatever planet it is with. And Pluto is the planet of looking at our issues, with power and expanding our own power. So what we're going to see here is like the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. Pluto is all about transformation. And it's like, okay, how do I transform? And we're going to see that we transform in one really big way by being the student of our passion, of our power, and understanding that things aren't just and not taking it personally, which is going to be hard, which is just hard, period, for all people. All right. So deeply buried secrets are going to come to the surface during this moon. I mean, we just can't stop it. It's a full moon spotlight time and it's in Scorpio energy. Secrets come to the surface. And it's going to bring revelations with it. Neptune is trine Mars. This moves us to spiritual awakening, and greater spirituality. So when we have the spiritual here, that's just going to be, again, very important for us. I need to embrace the spiritual. I need to embrace, really loving on my own self journey and where I need to be and what is relevant for me. All right. And we're going to see a reevaluation of the material. What do I need? What don't I need? How do I move forward? What do I want in my life? Now, this is also falling on the angel day 5-5, right? This is the 5th of May. And this moves us towards adventure and versatility and independence and intelligence, creativity, freedom, self determination, and new beginnings. And we move forward in new beginnings with a sense of like, I see the secrets that were holding me back. I see the deep buried secrets that were trying to keep me down. And we can be trying to balance a lot during this time. What we have to realize is important also is to balance our own emotions and to say, okay, I know what I need, what I want, what I desire for myself, how I move me forward, and what is important to me. With the 7 of Pentacles reversed, this is not going to be a patient time for us. This is not a patient moon, but this is a moon where we start to see, I planted these seeds. I'm going to see what has grown for me. I've spent my time being patient. Now is my time to rejoice and to move forward. Now, for some of us, we can be reckless. So do be mindful of that we might not have a lot of patience at all and can be a bit reckless. With the 9 of Cups, okay, there's a small wish not granted. It can make us feel like things are not just, but it's also going to have us moving forward in learning and understanding and deeper diving with things. With the 9 of Cups as well, there is an energy of somebody lording things over us and being like, I am the dispenser. I can grant your wish or I cannot grant your wish. This is how that person acts. And we're really done with this. We're really done with this energy of I'm going to wait for you to approve of me or not to approve of me. I approve of myself. And we walk away. We walk into our power. With the Page of Wands, this is also fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We can have a child in our lives that is a fire sign energy that has us looking at things quite differently, right? And brings up new opportunities to learn and discover. But we're also going to be learning and discovering about our careers, about what we want, new opportunities, asking questions. We're really not going to be afraid of a lot of things that had held us back before. This is going to be a time of like, yeah, well, how do I move forward? And where do I need to be? And where do I want to be? And what am I discovering about myself? And it's a time where we're not afraid to ask questions at work. And we're not afraid to ask questions in our lives to say, where's my passion? And how do I, build that passion for me? Justice reverse, some things aren't just and some things aren't fair. That is a hard pill to swallow, but it's one that we are becoming very aware of. With justice reversed, again, it's a sense of like some things aren't fair. Okay, I see that. We can also be having a bit of trouble with a Libra energy in our lives, but also balance. Because here, she's juggling everything and she's balancing herself, and we can feel like there isn't balance. A work-home life, not balanced. What I love and what I'm discovering, not balanced. There's just a sense of things are out of balance. And this is going to be a time for us where we say, okay, some things might never be in balance right now, but I am finding my footing and I am finding myself. And it moves us to the 8 of Pentacles. Hard work, dedication, determination. This is a time where, oh my gosh, can we get things done? I mean, we are so driven, we are so insightful, and this is going to last from full moon to full moon, okay? So from the May full moon to the June full moon, we are really going to learn, discover insights, ideas, power, really stepping into what we need, what we want, and where we're headed in our lives. This is a time for working. This is a time for note-taking. This is a time for figuring out kind of the fiddly things because we're crafting something beautiful. It moves us to the moon. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Guess we'll leave those out. Spirit's like, don't put them back in. I'm like, oh, fine. Oh, fine. Let's see. Let's dive deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. So what's interesting here is that the power of the full moon comes forward, and it really is that spotlight, that illuminator, right? And it says here, expect powerful change. This is going to be a moon that puts things into balance. Where we're feeling all chaotic and out of balance, this is like, okay, I'm putting things into balance. Expect the powerful change to move you forward. There are a lot of fears that we are dealing with, a lot of fears, a lot of chaos, a lot of like holy kamoli. And that has been life for, I want to say 7 years. For some of us, it's been 7 years. For some of us, okay, it's been 7 months. But here, there's that release of fear. And it's like, I'm done with it. Communication is key. You have to say what you're afraid of, and you have to release it from your heart. That's going to be so important. It's like, these are my fears. And they might be absolutely absurd, and people might look at you and say, why the heck are you afraid of that? It doesn't matter if they understand it or not. You have to say it to yourself. You can say it to somebody else, somebody that you really trust, that will be able to hold space for you. You don't need somebody right now. It's very interesting. You don't need somebody right now to fix your problem. What you need them to do is listen. And that's going to be so powerful for you to move forward. But you're releasing fear. And that fear had kept you held back. It had kept you denied. And it moves us to this place where, yes, a wish hasn't been granted. Okay. We're going to be okay with that. And right now it's like, it's a bummer, right? It's like, oh man, can't believe that didn't happen. But we're going to be okay with the way that we're moving forward. It's like, I'm okay with this. But letting go of this person who got to lord things over our heads. This could be now, or this could have been a while ago. Okay? We're going to be set free because of that. And now we're moving into creation. And know that nothing is yet set in stone. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter, how you thought of things. Like how you thought, okay, this is always going to be this way. Nothing is set in stone, and you're being set free because the power of creation is coming over you. This is going to be a great time to create, to cultivate, to look at things in a different way. Everything isn't in balance. As you're learning, as you're moving forward in power, everything isn't in balance. We see that with justice reverse. We see that with the Two of Pentacles. We're balancing a lot. We're not in harmony. And it says emotions are running high. Well, this is reversed. They're not running high. There's a sensibility to you here, Taurus, that is brilliant. And that sensibility, that power, that Taurian sensibility is so important, so impactful. And it moves us to the fact that we haven't been taking care of ourselves. Self-love, when it comes to justice here, right? Things being just and fair. We're not being just and fair to ourselves. The self-love hasn't been there. And it says, bring love into the situation. Love has to be that main focus of your life, that center, that beauty, that instinct that moves you forward. And then it brings us, going back to the love, it sounds so easy. Love has to be the focus of your life. We have been wronged. We have been hurt. We have been betrayed. We have dealt with a lot. So to say love has to be the center of our lives, and to say, well, I don't love everybody. I don't love everything. Like I don't want it to be the center of my life. We have to love that instinct, meaning we have to come to it with respect and acceptance and say, I'm not doing it for anybody else. You're not loving the past, or you're not loving the past because it's going to make life easier for anybody else but you. To come to things with love and say, yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I've been through heck and back, but I have a power of love to me that people won't understand. And you will see once you start to surround yourself with love, just chant the word love, 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 love. And it can bring up a lot, and it can take a while. But once you start surrounding yourself with love, certain people, they're just going to leave you alone. They're like, this is too intense for me. This isn't what I want. Embrace your love. When you're scared or when you're overwhelmed or when there's fear, embrace the love. Because it brings us here to the fact that there's a heck of a lot of change. And we're not looking at the big picture. When it comes to our work, we're looking at the right here, right now. The change is coming. It will make us look at the big picture, okay? It is going to. But what we have to do is focus on what we love and what we want. And not necessarily saying, I want it just like this, it has to be just like this. But what is the feeling, the emotion, the beauty of what we want from our world? And let that change sweep over us. Because a lot of things that have been hiding in the back, in the shadows of our existence, coming out during this time, and they need to be released. Now we can do this through Qigong, which I have Spring Forest Qigong linked in the description box below. I find it absolutely amazing and so healing. So I want to share it with everybody. But we can also do this in our own meditation, in our own form of spiritual connection, okay? However that is for us, in our own way of healing. And that's going to be astoundingly powerful. It moves us to the cards that have fallen out. And it's nourishing our body, our soul, ourselves, seeing what our body craves and what our body doesn't want at all as we're ascending and as we're assessing the situations before us, as we're assessing our bodies, our mind, our spirit, everything that we have been through. We need to nourish ourselves. Okay. Our subconscious message to be aware of is the Page of Pentacles. We can act, and I know nobody wants to hear this, but we can act a little bit childish during this time, a little bit petty. Okay? So just be aware of this. Be aware of this during this time. All right? And we can deal with people who act really petty, especially around money. Especially around money. And this is such a big money time. All right? That we need to look at money and say, I bless you, I move you forward. I bless you, I move you forward. And here with the Page of Pentacles, there's like, let go of the pettiness and let go of negative things learned from childhood around money. Okay? We need to release. And we need to also let go of people who are childish with money, okay? Or who promote negative childhood ideas about money. Our subconscious message from Spirit is blossom. We are blossoming into the people that we really need to be for ourselves. This is the flower moon. And so we are blossoming. We're seeing the whole world. I mean, if you live in the Northern Hemisphere and you live in a cold area, you can start to see the world blossoming. For those of you who live in a warmer area, you're probably already seeing the world blossom. But here, where I live in New England, it's like the trees are starting to awake. Everything's starting to blossom. Everything's coming to life. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I am cherishing this time more so than I think I ever have in my whole entire life. So it is astounding. Pay attention to it because there's beauty here. Our subconscious message from the tarot is the Six of Cups reversed. We're letting go of a lot of childhood things, a lot of things, a lot of negativity that was, set in childhood, but also a sense of like, oh, I wish I could create. It's like, or recreate. There's a sense of, I want those memories. I want that feeling around this, but I need to create in my own heart, in my own soul, in my own self, what I need for me right now. I can't bring back the past, but I can live in the love that I'm drawn to. Or if there was horror in the past, I'm not letting that horror define me. It moves us to our subconscious Lunar message. And that's a personal issue is reaching resolution path. You are following your path to what you need, to what you want, to what you're discovering about yourself. You are following that path. And you are opening up to where you really need to be for you. It's going to be interesting because, nobody expects their path to be in the middle of the sky, right? In a portal in the middle of the sky. But that's how we're moving forward. We're going to find it in the most unlikely place that we had ever thought to look. And now we're going to find our path there. And it's like, wow, this road is so much easier than the one I was trying to walk before, because the one we were trying to walk before wasn't right. All right. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed moon. Bye.